The stoke is real, and I'm so excited about the next guests that are joining me here on the couch. The Salomon Quality Ski Time Film Tour is going to be here in Vail tomorrow night, and joining me are one of the stars of the film and then one of the partnerships. I've got Stan and Kevin. How are you guys?
Good, thanks for having us.
Great to have you here. I'm so excited. You know, Kevin, we have a long history, so it's great to see you. And then Stan, you are a professional skier.
I am.
Which is the point of the film. And so you have a couple of films that you're in, but talk to me about the film tour and what it's been like.
The film tour's been awesome, traveling all over the US and a little bit in Canada too. And it's just a lot of fun to see all your work that you put in the last season and then get it in front of people, and people get super stoked, and that is what kind of motivates us to keep doing these films and stoking people up for winter and skiing.
So this is what, year 4 that it's been in business, or maybe more than that? You know,
it's the third year of the quality ski time film tour, but Blank's been doing ski movies for, this is gonna be 10 years this year.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
And so you're in there. It's a collection of movies, and so you're in 2 of the films that'll be shown tomorrow night in Vail.
I am indeed. The Blank movie Fortune Hunters and Mountain State, and then there's also Cody Townsend's 50 Project, The Polar Star, and the Groms, the Young Guns of Salomon, have a movie called Head Games.
Awesome, that's great. So what is it like seeing yourself in this massive format, you know, and seeing it on the big screen? You're probably sitting there, you know, looking at your technique and going, yeah, I could have done that differently, or...
Yeah. Not so much. I don't judge myself a ton.
That's good.
I think it's pretty fun watching it with people in the crowd and hearing the hoot and hollers from them. Over the years, it's gotten easier for sure.
Yeah.
At first, it was quite nerve-wracking watching yourself on the big screen, but now I'm pretty used to it.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So it's been in 17 cities across the U.S., also showing in France. And so you've joined for a lot of them. So do you have a favorite moment of being in the audience or watching it with people?
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 for me. Going to the East Coast is really cool because the ski culture is not quite the same as the West Coast, and their skiing conditions aren't very good. But the stoke is so high there, which I love to see. And then being at home, like doing it in Vancouver with your home crowd is always special because you have a ton of friends that come, a lot of people you know, and it's a lot of fun.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, Kevin, you have a different perspective. So you are Moterra camper vans.
Yep.
Love the business. It's such a cool concept. And now you've partnered with Salomon. So talk to me about that as a partner and a sponsor of the tour. What's it been like for you?
Yeah, so this is our first year sponsoring the tour. They've been traveling around in one of our vans that's all decked out in a bunch of Salomon gear. We're super excited to be on board, and so I mean, a lot of experience sitting next to me, but it was our first run, and I got to go out to the Pacific Northwest and with Stan and some of the other athletes in the team to do for the first run of shows. We started in Bend, Oregon, and then did Portland, and kind of continued on. So it's been a super fun time. Like Stan said, the stoke is incredibly high. Everybody's, you know, it's that time of year where everybody's itching to get out on the mountain, and it's finally time where we can start doing that. But you know, a month ago when we started the tour, it was still a little too early, and so this is just a great way to scratch the itch. And people are stoked. Most of the shows have been sold out. The turnout's been incredible, and it's just the vibes have been incredibly high, both for the crew and for the audience.
Yeah, so I bet being around these professional skiers has probably just inspired you. And you know, I know you're a snowboarder by nature.
I do both now.
But now you're switched over.
Yeah. So
That's
and
great.
I love skiing. I grew up snowboarding, and I just actually made the switch last year, and it's a totally different sensation. It's awesome.
It's gotta be.
It's quite inspiring. I'm nowhere near the level of these guys, even on a snowboard. But skiing, yeah, it's good inspiration to get out and charge way harder than I might otherwise.
I love that. Now, Stan, talk to me about filming. So, you know, obviously you filmed it last season. Talk to me about, like, how did you film? You know, did you plan things out? Walk me through that.
Yeah, we usually plan all the trips out. They're actually usually planned like last second.
Okay.
Because we try and chase good conditions, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
We try and not film on ice.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of fun. Like last year we went to Japan, which is always fun. We went the second week of January, and Japan's known to get a ton of snow, and of course it delivered. And it's a lot of fun. I think my favorite part of filming is hanging out with your friends and the camaraderie. And also, there's a lot of safety stuff that goes behind filming, like snow safety and stuff, and knowing that your partners that you're skiing with have your back if something goes wrong, and vice versa. I think it's kind of cool, and it's connections you make with people that are hard to make elsewhere in life from like day-to-day life.
That's great. And
Yeah.
you know, it's good to know that you're not just full sending it and
Yeah,
hoping that
no.
it turns out well, because you've got to get it on film.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're well trained with all our avalanche rescue stuff. Mainly, that's like the biggest focus for us. And then with like basic first aid stuff too. It's important to have for sure. It's part of our job. Most of the time, hopefully, we don't need to use it.
Yeah.
We just get the shred and no one gets hurt. But you got to be ready for it for sure.
Yeah. So talk to me about your partnership with Salomon Free Ski. You know, how did you get involved with them and start to get involved in the movie process?
I grew up ski racing, and I ski raced until I was like 24, which is later than people would switch usually to go and do a big mountain roll. And right when I switched, I had a friend that was working for Salomon, and he's like, "Oh, we'll like hook you up with skis and stuff." And so that is how I started. And then one thing led to another, and I ended up on the international team, and now I've been with them since 2012. So
Wow.
It's been 11 years.
That's great. And this is such a cool way to see your career kind of evolve with them as well, to be part of the film.
Yeah, it is super cool, and having all their support. They've been amazing throughout my whole career. I actually, even in ski racing when I was younger, I was racing on Salomon, and I switched. And it's really cool. Just when I was a kid, like I idolized a lot of skiers that were Salomon skiers, and some of my idols I'm actually friends with now, and I get to go ski with, so it's kind of cool.
That's all full circle. It's really great.
Yeah.
So I guess in regard to the film, what do you hope fans get out of watching it? Is there like a specific moment that you just can't wait for them to see?
The movies that I'm part of, I'm a co-owner of Blank. It's called Ski Porn, and it's just to excite people to go skiing and stoke people to go skiing. And then the Mountain States actually a little bit more story based, and that's kind of cool. Like getting people to explore places that maybe they wouldn't, which is what skiing's all about. I think explore your limits, have fun, and hang out with your friends.
That's awesome. So tomorrow night, Vail Mountain School. Show starts at 7:30, but the doors open at 6:30,
Yep.
and tickets are $15.
Yep.
Awesome. So definitely get online. Is that the best place to buy tickets, or can you walk
get
up
online.
and buy them?
And then we have a show tonight in Denver, tomorrow in Vail, and then the last night in Silverthorne.
So you're just wrapping up the tour. That's great.
Yeah, that's our last stop, Silverthorne on Friday night. It's our last
Awesome.
stop.
Well, I hope that's going to be a party, I'm sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Awesome. Well, Stan, thank you so much for your time. You know, really impressed by your work, and I can't wait to see the film. I know I'll be going, so it's going to be great. And then Kevin, great to see you as well. I'm excited to hear all about the Moterra Salomon partnership. Absolutely.
It's been fun.
It has been fun.
Yeah, come out and see it. We're giving away a trip as a part of the package, and there's a bunch of other great sponsors: Yeti and Onyx Backcountry and Mountain Collective and Mountain Gazette. So there's Salomon has a bunch of gear. So they're giving away skis at every show. The ski stoke is definitely the reason to be there, but you might walk away with some awesome gear or a trip. So
I'd sign up for the trip. The vans are pretty awesome.
Yeah, the fans are great. I know I've definitely seen a lot of them, and it looks like a blast. And make sure you get there early to get the giveaways.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we had a great show here, and just Vail Mountain School, Salomon Quality Ski Time Film Tour tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. it starts, but get there at 6:30 when the doors open. Now we'll be right back after this.